What you guys accomplished today is what separates you guys from the rest of the kids in this neighborhood, the rest of the kids in this entire area. And it's not different better, but it's different good. And then it's up to you to take that different good and make it different better. Does that make sense? Okay? So RCC is it's a cycling program, and it started really as seeing, could kids in public housing, could we get them into cycling from a conventional standpoint? And if we could, what would that look like? We didn't know, and had never really been tried to the extent we were looking to try it in an environment like this. And the first year we had a lot of success. By the second year we had kids riding 100 miles in one day. In just 4 years, we've had, from an aggregate, from all kids living in this public housing neighborhood, they've literally ridden their bikes what would equate to like 3 times around the world. When you look at this ride, basically you break it down into 3 legs, 3 sections, okay? And it's just like that last one where it's just kind of long and straight and windy. So just stay positive. This is where you got to stay most positive, like out of the whole ride, because you're getting fatigued and you know, it's easy to just start to get down on yourself, okay? So keep your head up, keep your chin up, knock this section out, and then we're basically back. What these kids were doing was just amazing. It was completely unexpected. People don't expect kids in these neighborhoods to do what they're doing on a bike. I wasn't doing these things at 14 years old. I wasn't riding my bike 100 miles at 14 years old, and I certainly didn't grow up in public housing. I think why what we do works is because we literally get in there and disrupt what's basically prevalent systematic behavior that exists in public housing. And it's its own thing. And it's really only a problem because it butts up against, and there's a rub with mainstream. Behaviors that are adopted and accepted and exuded in public housing, those behaviors don't plug into functioning in mainstream.
He's gonna do whatever it takes to ride back with you, all right, man? So, you can stick with the group and have a good ride? I know you're capable of doing that. But you and Alex can have your own solo ride. And grumpy face on the side of the road, all right, dude?
All right, but I'm gonna stay with the group, and if you fall behind, I'm not waiting.
And if you fall behind, they'll catch you eventually. And y'all can have a 3-man frowny face party on the side of the road, okay?
No one's going to pedal that bike 50 miles or 100 miles except you. No one's going to ride that bike up to the top of a hill except you. And so you're getting in and you're disrupting a lot of those inherent sort of developmental gaps that exist in public housing, and it's generational at this point. We're talking about most of our kids are 3rd, maybe 4th generation welfare. You have to literally like jam a stick in the spokes of the bicycle wheel and jam that up and almost start to spin it the other way. It is like turning the Titanic. I mean, it's really tough. Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna be on hustle 5 laps, take 1 lap recovery, and then another 5 laps. You're gonna be on hustle and flow for 5 laps, 1 lap recovery, another 5 laps. From our experience in our 4th year, we basically saw that we were hitting a glass ceiling in terms of like involvement and interest from our kids, because they were, you know, 8th or 9th graders and they were getting in high school, and they were sort of not really seeing how this was going to be a part of their high school experience. And we realized that we had to sort of latch on to them in high school and make cycling their own and a real thing in high school. So it just so happens in this neighborhood that we work in, of all the public housing neighborhoods, this one has a high school. And so it was a very natural and almost just common sense step for us to go into the high school and start a team.
10, Leo, you're top 10. Stay on it, man. Take guys off. Strong head, strong head. They're all cracking down there, dude. They're all coming backwards. Just go get them. I know you're hurting. They're hurting too, trust me. Everyone's hurting, man.
And we knew it was gonna be tough, but we did it, and within the first year, I mean, we had a very successful program. It was amazing.
got it. There you go. Like that. Oh! Too slippery. Good job, Armstrong.
This one, well, my first one, it was my first one, so I didn't really have any experience. But the last one, it was so amazing. I would do it again.
You know, they're tough kids. You know, they're not gonna let you know how much they like doing this. But I know that they have started to really like doing this.
All right, doing great, doing great.
I'm excited that they're here. I wish I could have them in every single community in this city, not just in my district, but in the city, because they know what I know, is that our young people can do and be and become anything they want to with the support and nurturing from the adults and others in their lives. And it's an investment, and the more we invest, the more we get in terms of outcome. And I can't thank or appreciate them enough for their vision and their visionary leadership, Craig and others. The community and our kids are better because of that.